Hi, I'm Daniel, and the Simpsons anniversary is coming next week. I know I make a video around that time, but I wasn't sure what. It is also the 40th TV show nicest video, and for multiples of 10 I often do comparisons, so why not do that? With one I thought of earlier with Gumball, another great show I enjoy making videos of, that has increased the popularity and reason for a reason. So, both shows had a similar episode of an anthology between comedic spin-off ideas. It made sense because both are known for Yard's cycles of Springfield and Elmore, which could lead to them, but both episodes are made to be parodies or they're considered spin-offs. Gumball Season 6 was the final season, for now at least. I believe Simpsons Season 8 was written to be near the end. So with the show almost over, these episodes seem to mock what happens to a franchise after the main series ends, and both episodes can differ to show the time it released and the difference in the show. I think both are interesting and worth discussing, so that's what I'll do in this comparison. Starting with the Simpsons spin-off showcase, where if season 8 was the last season, it would have been the penultimate episode. This could have been a funny meta way to show the Simpsons were milked over the years to come, followed by an episode that can work this year as a finale. This episode has Troy McClure host the presentation of The Simpsons, like he did in the 138th Spectacular, and he's great. He mentions there being 3 spin-offs where the Simpsons may show up sometimes. The first is Chief Wiggum PI, which is a crime show involving the title character and Principal Skinner. They very barely interact, so this comes off as weird, but they have a great dynamic and pair off each other very well. These characters away in New Orleans in a buddy cop comedy just sounds fun, and this segment is pretty fun. I like the conflict of Ralph being kidnapped by a town villain, but in the end he swims away, and they say they'll meet him each and every week, which is a funny way to poke satire on this structure. Also in this segment, his best friends the Simpsons are just there in New Orleans Festival. This joke is funny because they were very close to Wiggum, and them being randomly in New Orleans is forced. It disrupts the pace of the segment, and is good commentary on Spinoffs having trouble being their own thing. The next segment is the Euphematic Grandpa, where Grandpa died and got lost on the way to heaven and ended up in Moe's Youth Machine. This is another unique duo of characters that works, where Grandpa tries to help Moe's youth life and give advice while in a machine. This is comical, but they have trouble seeing how it would be a show. Moe ends the episode in a relationship, and while the show could focus on a bunch of Springfield characters, the machine feels confined to Moe's bar. Also, in the episode's order, I think this should have been placed before Chief Wiggum PI because it would show better escalation. Homer's cameo in this segment is logical and fitting for him to be in Moe's bar, while the next is more forced to have him appear, until eventually leading them to do a show with the Simpsons themselves, with the Simpsons Family Smile Time Variety Hour. The actress for Lisa didn't want to do this show, despite cameoing in Chief Wiggum PI, so she's probably busy with other things to keep doing Simpsons regularly. Or read the script and didn't want to participate. She got replaced by someone else who stands out in the sign and also felt like a different character. I wouldn't consider Lisa to be a character described as preppy, beyond, and stunning, and to be sophomore prom queen 5 years running. Her character is changed and anything else just feels vandalized, which is what makes this segment so brilliant. It's a talk show format with special guest Tim Conway, but also has several sketches, one with the family as beavers and the other a sing-along of I Want Candy. There's something so slightly off and try-harding to recreate these characters that makes this work. It's the dying franchise being melted into a cheesy sketch comedy, without the situations or nuance that made these characters work. Still has more integrity than some of Disney crossover shorts. This final segment is brilliant presentation of franchises, particularly family sitcoms, lifespan. This meta episode fits in perfectly what the show has criticised of sitcoms, and also has fun with segments. The Simpsons anthology structure is very well known at this point, and the 3 segments in 22 minutes isn't much compared to the next one I'll discuss. But this episode's commentary is funny enough that it's still great. It would have worked really well as a final season episode, but it still had a season 9 lead at the end, with the family and a tiny green alien named Osmodor that only Homer can say, which adds to the joke. This predicted the Simpsons' downfall, even though some recent episodes are decent. It also shows the show is already overstaying its welcome around this point. So, Gumball's episodes of Spinoffs is different from the yacht more segments. It does a yacht, and while it has part of similar commentary, there's yes and nice about most of it, and more just focus on what it does. Still, the episode has a story of Rob capturing the internet and trying to show the kids at home that his amazing world is better without Gumball. I'm a big fan of Rob, so it's great to see him open the episode. And he has a tape of things he may have made himself, one deafy but the other's unsure. There's a yacht, so I'll go through them quite fast, although some may require more discussion. Joseph A. Banana after school days, focusing on one of the weak side characters as a baby with his parents split up, Yay. This is a decent joke, but just one joke and it's supposed to be stupid to start off with. Teen and the Dinosaurs, a Kia Barney parody, with some kids who appear this episode trying to find her, only for Teen to be angry dinosaur that causes issues on set. Barcode Cowboy features Yavi in a parody of the Cowboy Bebop intro. I haven't seen the show yet, but this is a clear and well animated parody. Next is Bobbert's Kitchen, with the Orange Karen, where he ends up poisoning her. It's funny to see her alternate way of cooking, and the character in the art pain kind of deserves it the way she is. Even though I think this segment goes on a bit too long by being 2 minutes instead of 1 like most of these are, but it still works. Techno-powered teenage warriors is genius for taking place in a mecha fighting show where they can summon warriors to fight for them, but the episode keeps getting interrupted by commercial breaks advertising toys, until it goes to the point where just advertising credit cards to help buy toys. This is a brilliant summary of toy advertising and shows getting in the way of a story. It's funny how one of the heroes just wants to fight, but the other keeps insisting on activating more. The final shot of destruction in the background while they keep summoning more is genius. This is funny and joint best of the episode. The next William Tobias takes a sitcom approach to these characters. The problem is that William can't talk, so Rob gets up as the director, instructing him to speak louder, which means telepathic communication, which causes Tobias pain. Rob as the director was funny, and I think this one's pretty good. Next up is Variety Toddlers, which asked what if toddlers are the overly dramatic variety show. This part is amazing. The baby puns and quotes are funny, followed by all dramatic cuts and splash effects. It focuses on the disaster of the dinosaur toy not being able to fit in the head of another toy, and the chair not being able to move despite being pushed further, causing crying. The editing and narration adds a lot to this dramatic feel that makes this comedy gold by being described as drama. The narrator becoming self-aware and saying, "Will we cut to more shots of nothing happening? Will someone please cancel the show and put us all out of our misery?" It's also great comedically. The reality told is a top-tier Gumball comedy. Next and last, Everyday Heroes, which is a feel-good documentary parody. It's about Ocho, the kid born with 3 butts, and this is also built by its setup. The music, thought, editing, and dialogue feels so accurate. It gets the style down perfectly, and it helps it feel like wanted to for the show it's trying to mimic. This whole episode uses 8 segments for clever parodies of different genres. It feels less about spin-offs for the show itself, and more about parodying kid-friendly media, which makes the episode work. It's really funny, and I like the gimmick of no Gumball. Admittedly, other anthology episodes about the main characters were done a young Gumball. It fits Rob's character. There's also an ending scene with a Scooby-Doo reference, but it says it's on a different channel. Boomerang confirmed in the Gumball universe. Cartoon Network kind of owns Scooby-Doo, so this joke would be better if the other character was a talking sponge, but it doesn't affect the episode quality. In conclusion, I am having trouble deciding what episode is better. The Spinoffs is funny and goes to more parody material in its segments. However, the Simpsons spin-off showcase has more commentary to say, and gives time to have each feel like a spin-off idea. It's probably better, but my Gumball bias will have to lead me taking the spin-offs more, maybe just for reality toddlers alone. This was a fun video to make, many of how similar these episodes are, but they feel distinct and both great in their own way. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and watch my other videos. Also, happy Simpsons 34th anniversary next week. The end.